Hey guys, Jonah here, back once again with another beer review, and we're back in Wiltshire. Um, Another one of the Ramsbury. I keep wanting to say Ramsgate because that's where I live, but Ramsbury, and this is Ramsbury Gold, handcrafted from plough to pint. It's a golden ale. Well, it says it is at 4.5. Quite light ABV for that style, but not too bad. Over in Marlborough again, what have we got? We've got Kennet Valley Water. They make a big deal out of that. Barley malt, wheat malt, hops and yeast. They don't say what the hops are. Once again, they grow their own. They grow their own barley essentially, and then malt it. I guess they malt it themselves. I'm not sure. Touch of torrefied wheat, apparently. Does say down there Goldings hops, which is brilliant because they are East Kent Goldings sometimes, which is from round here. So I like that. It's from there to here. There is a strong connection. Boom! We've got the blade. Gonna open that bad boy. There's a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. See, pull the smoke out. There was a bit of smoke. Oh yes, East Kent Goldings. Lovely jubbly. Other versions of Goldings are available. Right, let's get this bad boy in. I've gone for the bigger glass today. I've gone for the pint. Oh, I'm going to go for a reasonably aggressive pour. And this is a 500ml bottle, so it should fit in the pint glass, which it does. Look at that, super clear. See my ugly mug through the face of the thing. Boom, Ramsbury Gold. And there we go. That should be the front of this video. Wow, the aroma is amazing. I love Goldings hops. I've always, even when I lived in just to the south of London, I've always loved Goldings. Foggles, yep, love that too. Love these traditional English hop varieties. Everyone seems to be using American hops for absolutely everything. There are some Antipodean hops, and people obviously using German hops as well. What's wrong? Our English hop have been kind of decimated. It's ridiculous. Breweries just don't want to use them. Partly, I guess, to do with the fact that they think, oh, it's old man bitters and all that kind of stuff, which is nonsense. The whole yeast thing, the development of thialistic style yeasts, you can produce some crazy flavors using different types of hops. Golding is obviously one that's going to be a little bit more fresh, a little bit more fruity, as opposed to something like Foggles, which is more spicy, more earthy, that kind of thing. I actually love both. Let's look at the colour. Golden ale, it says it is a golden colour. The head has kind of vanished. It was hanging around for a while, but it was never a big head. We'll call that a fingernail's head. The glass itself is frosted up, but let me tell you, that is clear as a bell. Cheers and beers, guys. Let us dive in. We shall see. I had a few beers yesterday, but let me drink this one and we'll see what we get. Oh, okay. That is hoppy enough. I was worried that it wasn't going to be hoppy enough to be kind of a golden ale style. But yeah, a lot of hops have gone into this bad boy. And it's bitter. It's very bitter, which is nice. Not bitter as in a pint of bitter, but as in a bitter tasting beer. Lots of hops, giving probably a reasonably high IBU. Not ridiculously strong in flavours, but yes, that hop has got a punch, yeah, which is cool. It's a high. It's not like an IPA where you got the high hopping for flavour and aroma and that kind of stuff. Golden ales especially have quite a long boil, and as a result, the IBUs go up that way, but it's not necessarily coming through. I mean, it is a hoppy beer, but it's not super hoppy, put it that way. I do like golden ale as a style. I prefer the stronger ones, which is yeah, something I particularly like. This one, 4.5, was it? Yeah, 4.5. 4.5. So yesterday was the beginning of the current round of the Wetherspoon Spring Beer Festival. I did upload a video, but it was from the day before. And for some unknown reason, I did the rendering of the video and all that kind of stuff, but I just forgot to upload it. And it was like, what? Why didn't I upload that one? But anyway, so I was out doing the spoons. I went to 2 spoons. There were 2 in within bus distance of each other, which is cool when you live on an island. You can get to either one. Then there's one slightly outside, but a bit further away. But I did 2 yesterday. Game of 2 halves, in a way. The Royal Victoria Pavilion, the Mega Spoons, as we call it, or the RVP, which is in Ramsgate, Ramsbury to Ramsgate. Let me wet my whistle. Ooh, it delivers the hoppiness, the hop punch, in a different way to a bitter or an IPA. But they're all reasonably hoppy, but just in a different way. And we're getting into spring. We are in spring, I should say. We're in March. So things like golden ales, although they are more, I would say, more associated with summertime and kind of harvest coming in and stuff. But I'm happy to have one in the springtime too. So yeah, I went to the Mega Spoons, biggest Wetherspoons in the country, and they only had 3 festival ales on. But that is a step up because last year they only had 1 on day 1, which was ridiculous. But I did also venture over to the Mechanical Elephant, and that spoons is better value for money. So it's cheaper, including the food. The menu is roughly the same, but the food is cheaper because you're obviously paying for mega spoons in Ramsgate. But alas, they only had 1 festival beer on yesterday, which is ridiculous. They did have a couple of other beers that I thought I would try. Yeah, the offering, I wasn't that impressed. The only thing I was impressed was they had Jaipur, and it was I think it was 3.50 for a pint of Jaipur. That's ridiculous. If you're a camera member like me, you get 50p off. So literally £3 for a pint of strong Jaipur. How strong is it? About five and a bit, 5.5, 5.6. Can't remember, but it's a strong beer. My God, for £3. Pardon me. But yeah, I think that's impressive. And then I did go to the Royston afterwards, the southeast pub of the year, even though it's a micro pub. It got good scores from me. Some of the other people in my camera branch didn't like it for some unknown reason. But once it got past our round, everyone else voted it really highly until it got to the last 16, I believe. And then it was against the best places in the country. So the best pub in the southeast, I think that's really, really good. And I can walk there from my house. How cool is that? And Andy and the other guys at the Royston, and the girls too, done a fantastic job. And I really wish them luck in this year's competition. Sometimes people don't like winners all the time. So sometimes they don't get such good marks if they've done really well the year before. But we shall see, dear viewer, we shall see. This is a lovely beer. I'm really enjoying this beer. It's going down really easily because it's 4.5%. So it's slipping down far too easily. If you like Goldings, and a lot of people that like more traditional beers, maybe if you're into your hazy IPAs and your American pale ales, and even if you're into your sours or your lambics from Belgium, yeah, maybe you don't go in for the traditional beers. However, I've always said it. I am one of those people that has 2 feet. One of my feet is clearly in the cask beer genre, and also I do craft and those sort of crazy ones. But yeah, there's always going to be a part of me that would like a pint, or in this case, just under a pint, of real traditional British ale. It's unfortunately losing out to the macros once again, which is what Camera was set up for 50 years ago, back in the 70s, the end of the 70s. To prevent the macro lager producers from taking over for more traditional beers, and unfortunately, it's happening again. We have had, love them or hate them, BrewDog are in serious trouble. They're being sold out, and all the people that put money into BrewDog have lost all their money. They're not going to get anything back from it. So that's not good. I never did, but I know people that did put money into it, so kind of feel sorry for them. And Sharps as well, those that make Doom Bar. I know not many people are Doom Bar fans, but I actually quite like Doom Bar, believe it or not. Especially Wetherspoons beer. Again, you could always get it in the Wetherspoons. The macro people that own that, who are they? Is it Molson Coors or someone like that? I can't remember, but a macro company bought them, Sharps Brewery. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll stop making Doom Bar, but they won't be making it in Cornwall, the Rock Brewery, I believe it was. Yeah, which is a real shame. And they're putting people out of work that have been making beers and stuff for years and years and years. They'll keep the recipe. They'll probably dial the recipe down so people don't buy so much of it. Make as much money as possible out of the Doom Bar, and then it will disappear, and the macros will be selling you lager again, and say, "Oh yeah, you didn't buy enough Doom Bar," even though they've changed the recipe and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is a real shame. And I was chatting to someone the other day who is slightly younger than me, and I was saying, "Well, look, dude, this has happened before. It's happened again. It happened in the 90s as well, and now it's happening once again." So you always do need people. Obviously, I'm a Camera member, and specifically back then, people were looking at preserving cask ale, but um, breweries are getting bought out and shut down all over the shop at the moment, and it's really sad to see. Um, Especially when lager is involved. It's yeah, I don't mind a lager every now and then, but if it's the only thing on offer, I remember being around in the 80s and early 90s before the craft thing happened, and it was literally 90% of people that were buying beer were buying lagers. It's a real shame. Luckily for us, the American craft brew revolution came in and came over to Britain, and people like BrewDog got involved. Oh, really, really going down nicely, this beer. Anyway, we're coming up to 15 minutes. I've been waxing lyrical about stuff not to do with this beer whatsoever. but it's a really good one. If you've tried this beer, why not let me know down in the comments? What did you think of this beer? What do you think of golden ales as a style? I like beer, but I like golden ales especially. They're one of my favourites, definitely. Guys, I'm gonna just finish this off towards the end. Oh, just seen my barnet's gone a bit funny. Wow, what's going on there? Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Tell the ones that you love that you do love them. And Uncle Jonah will return with another beer review. And that will be coming up real soon.